We're talking about serving. But before we get there, I have a question. Raise your hand if you would like more style events, shows, on your calendars for January and February. Raise your hands. Okay. I think that's pretty much the consensus across the country, is that people are wanting some more style events. Now, here's a tougher question I want to ask you, though. When I ask that question, did anybody in this room, and don't raise your hand, did anybody in this room roll your eyes? Did you scoff a little at me? Did you say something in your head like, I would totally like some more shows if women would have them. I mean, they're not even booking anymore. They're too busy. Well, I think from seeing the women up here on the stage, the home show club, the recognition, I think you might be wrong. I think that's some stinkin' thinking. Am I right? All right, and so what we want to talk today about is changing that stinkin' thinking to serving thinking. Because when you have that kind of an attitude, doesn't matter all the amazing tips that we share up here, it is not going to go anywhere if you are expecting that no one is going to schedule shows with you. You have to change the way that you are thinking. Now, how do I know that you've got some stinking thinking going on? It might be that I had a little stinking thinking myself going on this year. I'm just going to confess that after rally, I was feeling pretty sorry for myself, and I was really in a yucky place. But praise the Lord, God just sucked me right out of that and said, "What are you doing?" And He shone a light of truth on me and woke me up. I was standing in the bathroom curling my hair, and this is where my best thinking occurs, there in the shower. It's all in the bathroom. I don't know why, but perhaps it's because it's about the only time in the day that I stand still, if anybody knows me. And so this is the best time for me to think and for God to really talk to me. And honestly, I was standing there curling my hair, and I was feeling sorry for myself, and I was talking to God, and like grumbling and complaining. And He said, and that grumbling and complaining is helping you how? How is that helping you? Julie, David, get out there and do more jewelry shows. Oh, seriously? Because I do jewelry shows, God, so really, I mean, this is what I tell other people, not me. Do more jewelry shows. But did you know that I homeschool 3 kids? I'm already doing jewelry shows. I have a team that I need to train. I'm pretty busy. Do more jewelry shows. Oh. Well, when God tells you to do something, the smart people do it. The not so smart people don't. And I did it. And the next week, I scheduled 11 more jewelry shows. I started that journey to 100 jewelry shows. Now, you need to understand, in the first 6 months, I did 30 jewelry shows. So I did the rest of those jewelry shows from August until December. So what I preach up here, I do myself. And when God calls you to get busy, you better get busy. Because what's happening when we're doing those jewelry shows? We are serving women. And when I went out there and I started to put my focus on other people, that changed my attitude because it took it off of my own complaining. And I got busy. I took action. Now, some of you are still not convinced, and there's still some scoffing going on, some rolling back of the eyes into the back of the head. And you're going, that's fine, Julie. I mean, look at you. You're successful. You're winning all these awards. You're a senior leader. So if you decide you're going to do more jewelry shows, well, it's really not that hard for you. In fact, I bet some of those 11 jewelry shows, people called you up on the phone and said, could you please do me a jewelry show? It's not the same for you as it is for me. Okay, since we're getting really real, I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit on who I am. I've started to try to share this a little more lately, but the person that I am is that I am a closet, low self-esteem junkie. I'm serious. I'm addicted to low self-esteem, and some of you might be as well. That means that you keep going back to that ugly place where you fear rejection and criticism, and you focus on it, and you make yourself feel bad and yucky, and you tear yourself down, and you criticize yourself. What good does that do? It doesn't do any good. So when I started in Premier, that's who I was. I had no confidence. I couldn't walk into a room filled with neighbor ladies at any kind of a show and break into the conversation. I was too scared. If I wanted to talk to someone, Philip would have to walk up in front of me. We'd have a little code. I'm going to go talk to Sharon. He'd walk up to Sharon, he'd start talking, and then I'd step out from behind Philip and go on. I know it's really hard for you to believe. I'm a changed woman today because of Premier, and that is my passion to get across to you, that whatever you're dealing with, whatever the condition of your calendar or your confidence level is today, tomorrow it can begin to change. Yes. The way that you change it is by action, and it's up to you. So, one of the things that we have to do to change our stinkin' thinking into serving thinking is that we have to change our belief system. We have to believe in what we're doing. And there's 4 basic areas that I want you to change your belief system in. The first one is direct sales. Just like Amy brought up, she pointed out I've been sharing about this already, and I want to share a little more about why you should believe that direct sales is awesome. I want you to Google direct sales, not now, but later, okay? I Googled it, and I want to read some of these quotes, okay? Research shows that time-starved shoppers, particularly women, see direct selling as a way to avoid crowded stores where they often cannot find someone to help them. Oh, I think we can help them. Research also shows that younger shoppers, particularly those in their 30s, are attracted to direct selling because they can customize their shopping experiences, deal with knowledgeable representatives, and have fun in the process. Products tend to sell better when they are presented by knowledgeable sellers who only succeed when they provide a personal touch and excellent customer service. Fortune magazine called direct selling the best kept secret in the business world. Direct sales has experienced a 91% growth in the last 10 years with annual sales in excess of $30 billion in the United States. The startup costs for direct sales are incredibly low compared to the hundreds of thousands now required for a franchise. The brand is already established. Marketing tools, as you saw today, are available for you, and there is all the free training you could ask for. It is basically a plug-and-play business that you can start off doing with just a few hours a week. You need to believe in direct sales. The next thing that you need to believe so that you understand your value and how you can serve those around you is that you need to believe that we have the best direct sales company out there. If you ever watched any of my videos, you hear me talk about the trifecta. You know, there's a lot of really great direct sales companies out there, but nobody has all that we have. We make 50%. That is huge. I know that some of you in this room are taking that for granted. We make half of everything we sell and we're paid immediately. Not only that, but Premier is so generous and they graciously pay for those hostess benefits. So you do not have to take money from your 50% and pay for that free jewelry for those hostesses. Premier does that for us. And finally, when you start to build a team and Premier begins making money off of those gals that you're teaching, they give you back 10% of every dollar that they make as a thank you. This is how you can have a corporate salary. Premier is one of the best companies that has incredible integrity, is built on biblical principles, has a president who puts us before his own needs, and a company that absolutely knows us by name and loves us and cares about us. I am so proud to be part of Premier Designs. The next thing that we need to believe in is our product. Oh, do I love our jewelry. Oh, do I love it. Thank you, Peggy, so much for your wonderful design team. I love selling something that I just want to ooh and ah over. You know, before I sold Premier, I didn't wear jewelry. I didn't know how to accessorize. And so I love putting this jewelry on and how it changes me. I put that jewelry lady jewelry on and I become a different person. I'm confident. You know, even when I had no confidence when I started in Premier, I believed in this company and I loved the jewelry. And I could not believe that I would make 50%. So from the top of my head to the tips of my toes, I believed in this company. Even when I didn't believe in myself, I believed in this company. But the most important thing that you need to believe in order to understand how to change your stinking thinking and turn it into serving thinking is you have to believe in yourself. Andy has always taught us, you are special. You have intrinsic value. You have something amazing to offer apart from our amazing product. Do you value what you have to offer? You are serving these customers and these hostesses when you go out and do shows. You heard in that description about what sets direct sales apart. It's about providing fun and being knowledgeable, right? So the question is, how do we serve? Well, one of the things that we do is we provide a fun and safe environment to shop with our friends. And we bring knowledge to the table about our product. We have this opportunity where friends can get together in a world where they are only friends via screens. They can have actual real FaceTime. Hear about each other's life problems and give each other hugs. We are offering a service. We are gatherers. And girls, you need to start calling yourself that. I'm a gatherer. I think we are changing the world by doing what we're doing because we need to stop this movement away from people and start bringing communities and neighborhoods back together. If we don't do it, no one will. We also need to be knowledgeable, and we need to share fashion tips. Now, some of you might say, I don't know what to say, I don't know, Julie. Okay, listen. I have shared the same fashion tips, basically, for 10 years. If you are scared to share fashion tips, write them on a piece of paper, hold them on a cute little clipboard, and read them. They don't care. Let's go over some fashion tips. Number one, and you've heard this forever, when we wear big earrings, we take 10 pounds off of our hips. It's an optical illusion, and inevitably someone in the room will go, do they come in tire size? And then we all laugh, there's the fun. Okay, there's a fashion tip and fun. We're knowledgeable and fun. It's really great. Another one that I always share is 3/4 length sleeves. And I love when I'm wearing long sleeves because I show them. If I pull my sleeves down, I've just added 4 inches to my hips. And the hips are the widest part of a woman's body. We do not need to add to the hips. We're going to push those sleeves up. We're going to take that away. And boom, you just lost some weight. Also, what we're going to do is we are now going to highlight our arm candy. And we're highlighting the skinniest part of our body, which is our wrist. Okay? Fashion tip. Another fashion tip that I love to share is that the universal best neckline is a V-neck. But you know, not every woman is comfortable wearing a plunging neckline. I certainly am not. And so we can take our jewelry, especially our statement pieces, such as this one, put it on our high-collared shirt, and poof, we have a V-neck. We want a V-neck because it mimics the hourglass figure. And so we look taller and skinnier. Do I look taller and skinnier? Yeah. Okay, very good. Another tip that I always share is tank tops. I say I don't sell tank tops, but I love to encourage you to wear tank tops. Why? Because it makes the jewelry lay so nicely, okay? So the jewelry doesn't go between the girls. All right, moving on. Another thing that we can offer are style consultations. Now, I'm so excited, I said already, about that bag that Peggy brought up here because I literally do take jewelry when I go and I coach my hostess, whether I do it in Panera or her house or her job, I take jewelry, and so I cannot wait to take that case. Now, what I have started to do in the last few months, hearing this idea from Brandy as she shared it today, was to do a style consultation. I was like, that is brilliant. So what I do is when I go to her house, I ask her to just pull a couple of tops, and we play in the jewelry, and we accessorize it, and we take a picture. And then the night of the show, she brings that back out, and we accessorize it. Now, if I can't see her in person, we do it right before the show starts, okay? So I have these two outfits, and everybody comes, and I have bracelets on it, and a necklace on it, maybe a watch, earrings, it's all on this hanger. And when I get to the fashion part, I lift it up, and I just tell about it. Now, here's what happens. This gal and I have taken her clothes, and we have taken what she likes and wants to buy and put it on this hanger. Then I talk about it. I am serving her. We took a picture of it, so she now has a 30-second look that she can refer to on her phone when she's like, I have nothing to wear, I don't know what I should wear. Oh, right, that shirt and that sweater and that necklace that I got for free, and then those earrings. Oh, I'm gonna look fabulous. But here's what else happens. Everybody else in the room who is friends with her probably has a similar style or admires her in some way, goes, oh, Susie picked that out? That is Susie's dress. Susie, I like that necklace too. And suddenly it's the best-selling necklace of the night. Okay? It also brings things to my attention that I've had some real sleeper necklaces that I didn't even pay attention to suddenly come on these clothes. I'm like, oh, now I need to wear that. I mean, this is shopping under the influence of our friends. This is exactly what it is. Now, if you're saying to yourself again, you're scoffing at me, and you're saying, you have somebody to do that with. I don't even have any hostesses. We're not learning our lessons. Okay, here is a creative twist on this. I want you to send out a text message to some of your friends and past hostesses, to customers. And I want you to say, hey, I'm trying to put together a new lookbook. So what I'm doing is I want to have real customers' clothes accessorized with my jewelry. And I want to create a little, 3-ring binder with some pictures. Can I come over and bring my jewelry and we'll play in your clothes and we'll just put some things together? Sure. So now you're going to go play in her clothes and you're going to accessorize it, and she's going to see this awesome necklace on with her jean jacket and her t-shirt, and it looks fabulous. And what is she going to say? Oh, I want that. Okay, now, you might go, well, girl, you can have it at 50% off because you're like my BFF. No! Go, girl, I don't sell to my friends. Let's get that for you for free. We'll just bring some of your friends over. We'll do this again with them. What do you say? Did you beg for that show? No. Are you offering a service to that woman? Yeah. Did she have some fun in the process? There you go. Okay. All right, girls, listen. You've got to change your stinking thinking to serving thinking. You need to believe that God has you here for a purpose. Andy has told us time and time again, you are unique, you are special. You need to believe that. God brought you into Premier and brought you here today to rally for a reason. One of those reasons could just be to raise your confidence. And if that's all your time in Premier does, then it has served you well. Because confidence is really the key to success. You need to step out, though, and take action that you are afraid to do in order to increase your confidence. So when you leave here today, what are you going to do that you're scared to do? What intimidates you? What worries you? What have you wanted to do but you haven't because you didn't think you were worthy or capable? Do it. That's exactly what God is prompting and putting on your mind right now. Whatever just went into your head, write it down, because that should be something that you tell a friend next to you after I'm done talking. What you plan to do to raise your own level of confidence. I don't like rejection any more than you do. I fear it just as much as you do. I hate criticism and I hate rejection. But if we simply change our thinking from that stinking thinking to that serving thinking, what's going to happen is we're going to take the focus off of ourselves. Because that stinking thinking is all about us. Well, what are they going to think of me? Or I'm a failure. I can't do it. This isn't working. Maybe I should quit. That's all stinky thinking. When you start to have serving thinking, it's no longer about yourself, it's about others. So instead of thinking how I'm never going to be able to get a show or how will I get those shows, I want you instead to think, who am I going to impact? How am I going to impact? Who are the women that are going to be at that next style event that I'm going to have? And will she be a jeweler? How will I impact her? That is serving thinking. If you can change the way that you think, you can be willing to take some action, then there's no bounds on what God can do with your life and your journey in Premier. Change your stinking thinking to serving thinking. And when you do, your world view changes. And I believe that if you do that, God is going to use you in a mighty way. Thank you.